retro movie reviews, and this week we're going to talk about Hard Boiled, 1992, John Woo, Chow Yun-fat, Andy Lau, was it Andy Lau?
Andy Lau and Andy Leung, isn't it? Andy Leung and Chow Yun-fat.
Yeah, let me double check.
Or was it Tony Leung? Wasn't it Tony
Tony
Leung?
Long, Tony Long, Tony Long,
Tony,
that's
yeah,
it.
Tony Leung, yeah. He was
Um,
Shang-Chi's dad, right? Don't forget.
yeah, the legend. So, man,
Yeah,
listen. So this movie turned 32 the other day. We posted something on our socials. John Woo Instagram, official Instagram. We posted
yeah,
what we
man.
posted, which was awesome to get some.
Yeah,
There's a connection there with John Woo, which is awesome. We grew up with these movies. This
yeah,
movie,
man.
now this movie, I think. Well, of course, John Woo was ahead of his time when it came to
Yeah,
action
man.
movies, right? All
Of
this
course.
John Wick, all this Extraction, all these action movies have come out.
Came from him.
The lineage was on that lineage. John Woo was there from the beginning.
Yeah, yeah,
This
100%.
movie, man, I mean, it was ahead of his time. And again, I always say this, man. John Woo had done this amazing thing where he brought in an actor like Chow Yun-fat and Tony Leung, like great actors to
Yeah,
play
yeah,
great
yeah.
action parts
It's that,
because
yeah.
these action movies have so much emotion behind
Of
each
course.
character.
Yeah,
The opening scene is just freaking amazing in the tea house
yeah,
with the bird
yeah.
cages.
With the bird cage.
He's
Yeah,
playing the saxophone or the flute or whatever it is. All these characters always have a second talent or whatnot.
mm,
And nothing is cooler than like I'm not even joking. Nothing's cooler than Chow Yun-fat with a baby in his arms shooting bad guys. And there's something again. The creativeness behind it is just amazing. Like John Woo was just ahead of
yeah,
his time. I mean, that scene is so freaking cool. Like he's got the
yeah,
baby, he's in the hospital or whatnot at the end,
of course. Yeah,
and he's just shooting up people. He's singing him a little
mm,
lullaby
yeah,
and whatnot. And I just find it like creatively amazing. Like this was back in 1992. This
yeah,
movie
man.
was made, and you're just getting this kind of action. The action's just, bro. So
Yeah,
all these
bro.
long form one cut action scene. Again, this was hard boiled.
That
I
the
want to
hard
think
boiled, isn't it?
I
Yeah,
want to think Hard Boiled was the first to do this, but at the end there was like a long form one shot action scene. And what was amazing
yeah.
about this was not only is Chow Yun-fat and Tony Leung's character Tequila and what was Tony Leung's character?
Tequila
Tequila
and
and I can't
I
remember his
can't
name in the
remember.
movie.
Yeah,
Anyway, they're doing like tag team shooting at the
tag
bad guys and
team.
whatnot. But it is the emotions in between because the scenes
Yeah,
doesn't stop. So they're doing
no,
action scenes and whatnot. Tony
talking.
Leung at scene kills a police officer who he didn't know because they're in the middle. This is what I love about these
Yeah,
movies. They're in the middle of action. They're in the middle of battle with these
yeah,
gangsters and
yeah,
whatnot. There's police officer. He accidentally killed a police officer. The scene
yeah.
carries on. While this long form scene is carrying on, Tony Long's freaking out. I killed a police officer. I killed a police officer. Going
Yeah.
through a lift and whatnot. And it just carries on. Like he's
Yeah.
going through this emotion. Chow Yun-fat's like Tequila's like,
Get out of it,
yeah,
man.
yeah, we got it. So and then the action carries on. And it's just so
Yeah.
fantastic the way it's not just a long form action scene. You're getting a long form action scene, one cut action scene
Mm.
with emotions and everything involved in too. It's so great that the mixture between acting and acting in one scene is ahead of its time. The movie's just so
Yeah,
ahead of
man.
its time.
100%, man. You know what? Like I said, John Woo had done something special, man. He made shootouts, gun martial arts, man, like gun cutter. Yeah, honestly, it's like he brought it out before Christian Bale did in that movie. What was it called again, man? But yeah,
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium. Yeah, he made gun action movies just look fun, bro. And he never finished without emptying the clip, man. There was points, even the killer, and I'm sure you've done a review on the killer. He would empty that clip out, man. He made it look beautiful. And there was even that game that came out, which was called. I actually downloaded it on my Steam Deck. Oh, what was it called? Stranglehold.
Stranglehold.
Yeah, and same thing. They had the tea house scene with the bird cage, and
That
what was it?
well, that game I think obviously was influenced by John Woo and Chang Fat and whatnot, but
Chang Fat.
it was hard boiled. I mean, this movie
Yeah,
does
yeah,
that. Like you got again, nothing's cooler than Chow Fat sliding down
yeah,
some stairs and shooting and double
yeah,
gunning a
yeah,
motherfucker and whatnot. There's
yeah.
other scenes that where all this connection, like again, they're in the hospital and they jump out through the morgue
Mm.
shooting, get on one of the
shooting,
the stretchers rolling. It's just so
yeah.
cool. This is what I'm trying to say. Like
I
John
remember that.
Woo's creative mind was just ahead of his
Brilliant,
time.
man. Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant, man. Like, I think he's coming out with something new recently, man. I
Well, he
remember,
done
I
that. He
think,
done that. What do you call it? The Silent Night one, which was awesome.
yeah, that was it. Yeah, Silent Night. Yeah. That
I
was
saw it in
brilliant
cinema.
again,
That was
man.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that at home, and that was brilliant, man. Like he has his touches, and you know that's a John Woo movie. Be it doves, be it a long black jacket with two Berettas. That was his famous gun, bro. Two Berettas. Um, I don't know. He's magical when it comes to action movies, bro. And yeah, I mean, like you don't know. Can anyone come close to him? Everyone's got their own different
Yeah,
touches
it's
anyway,
all
but he had that.
inspired, man. I mean,
Is it?
Tarantino's inspired
Yeah,
by John Woo. Like all of these movies, like you
yeah.
can't say that they're not inspired by John Woo.
John
And
Woo.
John Woo was probably inspired by other movies. I mean, definitely was
Yeah,
inspired by other
yeah,
creative
yeah,
movies. So
yeah.
it's just an evolution of action movies, but also creative action movies, not just killing people
Mm,
for the sake of it, which obviously happens in the movies, but
mm,
making it creative, making it
yeah.
art, which
Mm.
people might be killing people's art. Right? It's a movie, right?
It's a movie,
But
yeah,
action movies art, man. That's what I'm trying to say. It makes it
yeah.
artistic. And
But
that's what I'm saying. The
man.
John Woo, the John Wicks, the Extractions, the Equilibrium. Even though it's so fucking cool, it's art on the big screen. It's action art on the big screen, and John Woo's a part of that lineage.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, who is it? Jonah Hill. Or was it Jonah Hill or Channing Tatum was saying nothing better than doves, man. Doves flying
Yeah.
everywhere. That's it.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like when you watch those movies and when you've seen a John Woo movie, you know that that's just a little reference to John Woo.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Man, brilliant movie. I really enjoyed watching this movie. Again, we did it because it turned 32, and then we got a little shout out from John Woo, or a little repost from John Woo, and I was like, yeah, let's do this movie as this week's retro movie review. So, guys, if you haven't seen Hard Boiled, check it out. Check it out. If you're an action
Mm,
fan, if you love all this John Wick stuff, if you love it, you have to go back and check out the
mm.
lineage of where this stuff came from. You got to check
Yeah,
out
man.
the action, one of the action pioneers of John Woo, and Chow Yun-fat just being such a cool actor as well. Tony Leung.
Yeah,
If you've
man.
seen Shang-Chi and this whole thing about Tony Leung, this legend, Hong Kong acting legend coming into that movie,
We're excited for him,
like
man.
go back and watch one of his old films. This is a classic one to definitely watch to see where it
There's
comes, where his some of his work basically.
he played a good role in. Remember that film, Bullet in the Head?
Yes, of course,
That
another
was a good
John Woo
movie.
movie. Yeah,
That was Joe. Yeah, that was a good movie as well, man. Definitely. All right.
cool. All right, well, guys, check that one out. Hard Boiled, this week's retro movie review. Super exciting. Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, check the description for the full podcast episode. And while you're at it, show some love and click that subscribe and like button.